Welcome back to Just 2 Minutes, Just a Mishnah. This Mishnah is the Nishmas, Freda Basracham, the Schos of Edu Yitzchak ben Gila, and the Fuas Ter Basuva, and Le Nishmas, Israel Yitzchak ben Yishai Leib. So Mesachas Bava metziah Perek Dal, Mishnah Alpha, Mishnah Beis. Hazav Kainas HaKesef, HaKesef Eina Kainas Hazav. So in this parak, we're going to talk about kinyanim, about buying things, or becoming like the owner of something. So here we're talking about if there's a rule that Ma'is Eina Kaina. So if you take the money, that's not considered a transaction. So if you're selling something and you take the money from the buyer, but he hasn't yet taken the item, so that doesn't cause a transaction. If once he takes the object, it's considered a transaction, and he now has to give you the money. So hazav kainas hakesef. So gold. If someone wants to, now we're talking about people who are exchanging money. He's switching. So let's say he has a gold coin which he wants to switch for 25 silver coins. So the gold coin isn't considered money, it's considered like the object that he's buying. So if they're switching the silver coins for the gold coins, so then now the silver coin is the money, the silver coins are the money, and the gold coin is the item. So the gold coin, whoever takes, so the person who's giving the silver coins, once he takes the gold coin, so now the transaction's gone. But if the other guy who's giving over the gold coin takes the silver coin, so the transaction doesn't go through yet. And the reason for this is because silver is easier to pay with than gold. So then we're going to talk about the same thing, but with copper. So if you have copper and silver, so because silver is easier than copper, because copper is like a very, very small amount. So if you go into a shop and you try to pay for something with pennies, they get angry. So here you can if the nechayshes, the copper coins are considered the fruits, they're considered the item, and the gold and the silver coins are considered the money. So the person who's giving the silver coins, when he takes the copper coins, that's when the transaction goes. But so when the person takes the copper coins, that's when the transaction goes through, but not if you take the silver coins. Bad money you can use if someone's switching bad money for nice money, meaning I guess old money for new money. So then the old money is considered. So then you have to take the old money, but the nice ones you can't take the nice ones. You have to take the bad ones. The person has to take the bad ones first for it to be considered a transaction. A simon, which is a coin which doesn't have an imprint on it, so that's considered the object, and the matbea, which is a coin with an imprint, is considered the money. Matbea in a coin as a simon, but so then the person who's taking the unprinted coin has to take that first. He has to be first to take it, and the other guy can take the actual coin. Betaltlin kindness matbea. You can again now with a regular transaction, you have to take the object before the seller takes the money. But so the guy can't take the money first. And the rule is that with movable objects, so anyone, it doesn't matter who gives first. Mishnah Beis Ketzad. How does this last thing work? How does it work exactly when you're selling something? If the buyer took the object he wants to buy, but he didn't pay, he can't go back now. Meaning he actually took this and made a transaction, but he hasn't actually paid yet, so he has to pay. He can't go back on himself. If he gave over the money but he didn't take the item yet, so then he can, strictly speaking, go back on himself. But the Chacham said the person who cursed the people who killed basically the people who cursed, I guess, the people of the generation of the flood and of the Haflaga, the generation who built the Tower of Bavel, who also the Apara Mimishim Eina Omed Bedibur, so he'll also basically curse someone who doesn't stand in his transaction and goes back on himself. So even though strictly speaking, according to the letter of the law, you're allowed to go back, you shouldn't. Rabbi Shimon Rabbi Shimon says whoever has the money in his hand, meaning the person who once he gets the money, meaning the buyer, the seller, once he gets the money, so now he's in charge basically, meaning that the seller, it's up to him now basically. Once he gets the money, it's up to him if the transaction goes through, because he can now cancel it, but the other guy can't. Good Shabbos, and those